Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to be talking about the things that I have learned since turning 25. That is a huge milestone. I'm going to talk about the things that I think I'm going to do two videos. One video is going to be what I'm proud of and my accomplishments, but this one, it's just going to be what I learned and what I wish I had known sooner. So starting off at number one, you don't need a better camera. This is on my iPhone because I kept thinking like that I needed to. There's this really nice camera out right now. It's like the DJI something 3. It's like the third version of it, and it has this gimbal that automatically moves when you're speaking. And I thought I needed that. And I don't. Right now, I have a screen mirror on my iPhone, and it's magnetic. It costs like 20 bucks, and then I have everything recording with this. This was like 120. I don't remember, but I had this really nice camera that I bought specifically for my YouTube channel, and then I bought like an even nicer lens. And then when I use the lens, it's like I feel like my face gets distorted, and it's just very frustrating. But it's not the camera. You don't need a better camera. You just need to follow through and have a nice setup, because I have my tripod, the mic, and the mirroring. Number two, with a clean and comfortable home, you can do anything. When I first moved into this apartment 2 years ago, because this is my first apartment, I felt so guilty for buying nice things for myself and continually improving it. And I was just worried I was never going to reach a point to where I felt like I had everything I need, that I was just going to like become a hoarder, because my grandma's a hoarder. I love her, but she's a hoarder. And I was worried that gene would be just, passed down to me. But buying the things that makes you comfortable, it makes you feel so much better, because I truly believe that a healthy person is just a happy person. That when you're healthy, you're happy. And part of being healthy is having a nice environment and being comfy. But yeah, I'm much more productive, especially having everything clean. I'm kind of a neat freak. The only problem area is that counter. That counter always gets dirty, but Reaper is here, so that's probably why I blame him. Number three, don't work hard at one job. Because there's a bunch of different psychological things that can go into it, but and I think this one across the board, no matter how attractive you are or charismatic, I just think it's across the board. When you work hard at one job, even if you're really good at it and everyone loves you, eventually people will get tired of you, resent you, and they're just gonna fuck you up. Like I was working at one specific club a lot, and all the things that I just mentioned happened, and I wish I had trained my mind better, because my ultimate goal is just to work for myself, and technically I do work for myself because I'm an independent contractor. But I just wish I had had that in my head more, because I was afraid to go work for other people because I had that job. But then it was like the more I worked at that job, the more I felt like I was being taken for granted. And the more I felt people resented me, even though they love me when I'm not there. So don't work hard at one job. Diversify. Right now I have 3 jobs. Real ones. And then like I have the social media stuff, but that's not even. And then I have the OnlyFans, and that's other stuff. I don't consider that a job. I used to think that my progress in life was only going to happen as a result of my talent, and I thought that I needed to work on my talent to get better and better. I thought that discipline was the same thing as suffering, which I do think if you're in the early stages of something, there needs to be some suffering for you to, accomplish whatever skill you're trying to learn. But once you have that skill, it's not necessarily about improving the skill, it's just about being consistent with it. So for example, when I started dancing in the club, I did not know how to twerk. And I was coming early into my ballet shifts, and I was in empty studios, and I would just practice for like 30 minutes twerking. And it started off horrible, but now I do not practice anything. I don't even stretch to do my splits. I just, when I'm there, I can just drop into it and it's no problem. But there's a lot of work that goes into the beginning of it. But if I did that now, where I was practicing every single time I worked for the ballet, dancing, before I even went to the club to dance, it would just be a waste of time. But that's what I'm saying. Like, because they always say, oh, what's done in private gets rewarded in public. I don't think that's true for today's times, and you need to be consistent in public. But it's not about the talent. I would say it's the work ethic, but I would not say it's necessarily the discipline. Maybe the discipline to show the talent, but it's not about improving the talent. I wish I had known that sooner. Because I used to think specifically for singing, oh, the better I'll get at singing, someone will notice me, and then I'll just be put into a record deal, and then everything will happen, and everyone else will do the work for me, and then I'll make no money. But yeah, all my focus was just, let me be the best singer possible. This is going to be the only way that I'm going to make wealth and have a business. And it all has to be through this one avenue. And instead of me focusing on just putting it out in a video format, I was focused on just doing performances and getting known around each city that I've lived in. So I just had the wrong strategy because I was thinking it was talent. That's another discussion though. I don't want to go into that. Number 5. Some of these are a little out of order, but you can't do anything without a system. This is the first year. I've always written down my fixed expenses for my budgets, but I've never really tracked everything that I've spent until this year. And if I could do anything different, it would be that. Oh, learning new skills too, to make life easier and cheaper. These are my nails now. I have gel nail polish on here. I did these. Before I was using this regular nail polish. This chips within a week. And then I have to repaint all my nails and redo it so a nail doesn't break off. These nails have been on here for 2 weeks. I'm going to redo them soon just because they're growing out funny. I did this. These are my real nails. But that has made life easier and cheaper. I also started doing cluster lashes. So right now, I barely have any makeup on. I have a little bit of foundation. I have my lip liner and my gloss, and then a little bit of stuff in my eyebrows, and then just my lash clusters, and that's it. This is very minimal makeup, and my skin has been doing so much better with minimal makeup, and I want to stop wearing makeup. But I started doing the eyelash clusters, and these stay on for like 4 days. I did have to switch out glues because I was getting cheap glues and wondering why it wasn't working. I'm still getting cheap glues, but it's like a better, cheaper glue. It's just not a drugstore cheap glue. It's Amazon cheap glue. But that has saved me so much time because I don't like gluing on the strip lashes and then come off in that one corner. It's so annoying. And me driving to an appointment and going somewhere just for someone to like tweeze lashes onto my real lashes for those to, be gone in 3 weeks, I couldn't do it. Like the whole process of that's too much work for me. And then also I started doing partial highlights for my hair. I didn't realize this is like really just a girl thing, but my hair, you can either get a partial or a full highlight. When they do a partial highlight, they pretty much just re-dye everything at the roots from here to here. So they're not doing all the stuff in the back. And the back really only needs to get done roughly every 6 months. You can go for longer. But I was doing a full every other appointment when I really should have been doing it like every third appointment or fourth appointment. So I feel like I was a little bit got on that one, but you know, you don't know what you don't pay attention to. I wish I had just let things flow to me sooner. I think this is the first year where I've really done that. Everything I've wanted, I've gotten, but I feel like I was in such a desperate state to have things for a long time. And I mean, you need that because it lights a fire under your ass. But like now, I really feel like things are just coming to me. Like tonight, I'm going to be seeing Circus Soleil, and I'm going with a customer. And it's so strange because he texted me earlier this week asking to go to dinner with me, and I've really been wanting to go to the Circus Soleil. And I was like, actually, can we do this? Because I had another person invite me, but I'm not sure if he's going to actually do it because he's out of the country right now. And then when he comes back, I don't know. I feel like he's gonna forget, and I really wanted to do it. But that came to me. I didn't work for that. I did not work for that. I want to know more about stocks. I've learned a lot this year because I just didn't even have like the foundation of the different types, like the stocks and bonds and mutual funds and all the ETFs. It's a lot. And I still feel like I'm learning at the foundation, but I know more than I did. I invested into my first, was it S&P 500? I did that. And then I started a Roth IRA, so I was proud of myself for that. But I wish I had known about that sooner. But I'm not that regretful either because I can't even take that money out until I retire, so I don't feel that bad. Life is so much better with friends, but good friends. And I think good friends, it's just something that happens over time. I think that's something built with a lot of trust because I've had a lot of bad friends that like I've known for years, and then some shit happens, and or you outgrow them, or they hated you the whole time, and then it finally, comes out. But right now, I actually have, okay, right now I have really good friends. And stop, come here, come. Shh, let me finish this. Nothing's perfect all the time. People are still going to talk shit about each other. But I mean, we all do weird things, so I feel like it's kind of deserved. But that has been the biggest difference in having a life that I really like. Okay, the next one, I wish I had believed in myself more. When I was younger, I think I had a very delusional self-belief, and it served me very well. But then as I got older, stop. No. Reaper. As I got older, I feel like that belief just withered away. And I was listening to my music I put out 2 years ago. A year and a half ago. I want to put out music next year. I don't know. Because I led with that for so long to so many people. And I want to be known as a person first, and then the music be secondary. Like, I want to sell myself first and then the product after. I don't want to just be known as somebody who sings. I want to be known for a bunch of stuff. But I wish I had believed in myself more, because that album that I put out, I was in this studio that was owned by Quality Control, and I was in this program where I was like a resident artist for a month. It was really disorganized, and I left. They were supposed to do a distribution deal for me, and I was gonna put out a single with them. But honestly, it was so disorganized. It was all these men and late nights. I was not, and this was a year and a half ago. This wasn't even that long. So I put out my first project. Well, not my first, I was like my fourth, but I put out my album, and then they heard it. And at the time, all I could hear was the mistakes, because I put everything in that. Like, I recorded it in my room, I mixed it, I tried to master it. And at the time, I had some people hitting on me and telling me that I needed to take the whole thing down and just have it like remastered, reworked. And I was listening to it yesterday, and obviously, like, it's not perfect because I did it and I'm not a master engineer, but I was like, damn, I really did all of this. And I let people speak to me like that. I let them speak to me like that. So I wish I had believed in myself more. Like, I can't believe this whole time I was thinking it was bad and I was embarrassed of it just because of a few people who hated on my talent, didn't want me to see my talent, telling me that bullshit. The next one, again, sell yourself before product. I want to be known for being me, not the music. Okay. Happiest when you are healthiest. I went over that earlier. It's kind of the same thing as having a dog, like a dog who feels loved and he's happy, and you feed him good food. He's going to live a long time. He gets a lot of hugs. I feel like it's the same thing for a person. I talked about this next one earlier, but I am an independent contractor, and I hate that this whole year I made myself feel as if I belonged to one specific company just because they were giving me the most money. I was giving my power away by fearing this company and the people in it, just fearing what they could do. Like them firing me, just rumors being started about me, because that was my primary source of income. And I hate that I felt so beholden to them, even though they really weren't doing much for me back. If anything, they were honestly stealing a bunch of shit. Like, the amount of money I've paid to that company just to work for them, it's insane. I feel sick to my stomach about it. I'm not going to leave that company, but I am an independent contractor, and I hate that they made me feel like I wasn't allowed to work at other places while working for them, because I missed out on a lot with all that time and loyalty that I gave to them. And I feel like this is a lesson so many people talk about, and it's like repeated, but you don't know until you're in there. You don't know until you're with a company and you feel like they're family, and then eventually you open your eyes and you're like, wow, I'm afraid to even post things online because I don't know how you're going to perceive it, and I don't know how your reaction is going to affect me at my job with you when I'm supposed to be working for myself in your facility. So I just wish I had a stronger stance on that this past year. The next one, everyone talks about like, oh, saving time. And I always thought like that was kind of stupid because I'm not a big business owner. So my time, it's valuable, but it's not like I'm answering calls all the time. It's not like I'm needed in a bunch of different places at once. So I never understood the concept of saving time. But it's helped so much. I finally got dog walkers for Reaper, so I have like 3 people that I can reach out to in case if I want to work at one job and then another job after, or if I want to stay at one job and just keep working. That's helped so much. Oh my God. And then I started getting all my groceries delivered because I hate grocery shopping. For me, it's like a whole chore that takes half a day. And even though I have that time, and for example, today, I have 1 call to make. I'm going to Cirque du Soleil. I don't think I'm going to work tonight. It's Saturday night. And that's it. So theoretically, I have all this time to go to the grocery store. Do I want to go? No, I don't. But just saving myself from that stress makes me feel better because I'm filming a video right now. I started a pick a card reading channel. When it's doing okay, then I'll share it. But yeah, I want to do that later. And if I was so worried about groceries and what's in my kitchen, then I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing right now. Ooh, the last one still kind of weaves into the first one. Oh yeah, and with the Amazon delivering of the groceries, I feel like I'm saving more money because every time I go to the grocery store, I always buy all this unnecessary shit, and then it'll go bad, and then I'm just, wondering, why did I buy this and not eat it? But the last one, I didn't realize how much I was letting people take advantage of me until I stopped. So, quick little example. I pay people $20 to walk Reaper. I don't care what you do with him. You can take him out for 30 minutes. You can take him out for 15 minutes. I don't care. As long as he gets his shit out and he pees, it's fine. Like, it's not like a big time commitment for me. But I pay people $20. When people ask me to walk their dog, I expect to receive $20. I had someone in my complex, and outside of this situation, I like her very much. I think she's just limited by her perceptions. But she saw me, and I spoke about it too, because I was walking someone else's dog. Reaper, get your nose out of there. He's trying to eat dirt out the plant. But she saw me walking someone else's dog, and she just thought I was doing it for free. And I've hung out with her a couple of times, and I guess doing that, it makes me feel a little guilty because I almost feel like I owe her something, but I don't. I think she's just trying to make me feel like I owe her something. She asked me one day to walk her dogs, and I said I couldn't because I was at work, but then I was like, just in the future, like, this is what I charge, and this is what I pay people to walk my dog. So I would expect $20 from, and she has 2 big boxers, one of them who's attacked a dog, and she was just expecting me to do it for free. And then I kind of knew she felt like a little weird about it because she's really strange about money, even though her family comes from wealth and they're doing great. Like, she just doesn't have it, and she's kind of older, and for whatever reason, she's just anywho, the next time I saw her, she was so passive aggressive about it, and it was like just honestly kind of disgusting. And it wasn't just that. It was like in the same week I had 2 other examples of me saying no to people where I was so obviously in the right, but I think because people didn't expect that from me, that's why they had such extreme reactions. But yeah, don't give your time away for free. Hi, Pumpkin. Hi. Are you done whining? What else was I gonna say? That's it. Happy 25. I am gonna make a list of my accomplishments. These are just things that I'm working on now and that I learned. Bye.